This episode is proudly supported by Fine Food Australia. It's only a few weeks until Fine Food Australia, the country's leading trade event for food service and hospitality, is back on in Sydney. As a professional in the food industry, you know the importance of staying ahead, discovering new trends, connecting with suppliers, and finding the inspiration to move your business forward. For over 40 years, Fine Food Australia has been the ultimate destination for chefs, restaurateurs, cafe owners, food retailers, and distributors alike. With over 900 exhibitors across 12 product categories, featuring both local and global brands, Fine Food Australia is where you'll find what's next, what's new, and what's driving the food industry forward. Make sure you register online before the 8th of September to secure free trade entry, so you don't have to pay $45 at the door. Don't miss Fine Food Australia on from the 8th to the 11th of September at ICC Sydney Darling Harbour. For more information, go to www.finefoodaustralia.com.au.
My mom said last time when I visit Korea, I make the Korean food, and she said, your pasta is 100 times better than your Korean food, she says. So actually, all my family doesn't really trust I open new Asian restaurant.
This is the Deep in the Weeds podcast. I'm Anthony Huckstep. Many establishments explore the intersection of tradition and innovation in the culinary world. But how about this approach while trying to straddle two cuisines as well? Today, we're diving into the celebration of Japanese and Korean cuisines brought together over the fiery hibachi grill at a new restaurant in the nation's capital. Luffy Koh is the executive chef of Bisa Hospitality, a new restaurant, Azuma Den. Luffy, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, really good. It's good to get you on the show. You've got a pretty expansive role there in Bisa Hospitality in a new restaurant about to open. How are things going?
I think it's going good. And then, I hope also when you open, it's going good as well.
This is a little bit different. Bisa Hospitality is known for the Italian offerings that they always do, and they're heading down the Korean-Japanese path. Tell us about the concept of Azuma Den.
Honestly, my kinds of 14-year chef experience as well, I mostly do Italian food, not really Asian food. So for me, it's challenging as well. So when Dion and Dan and Francesco brought this concept Korean and Japanese restaurant to me, and I say, I know I'm Korean, but I'm not really professional of the Korean food, and then how we can open? And then they say, it's okay, you just make your home food, and then that's it. And then that's why the concept is actually, we are not traditional, but we do kinds of fusion, Japanese and Korean, as well as we use like Western food technique. We bring this onto Azuma and then mix with the Asian ingredient. So it's kind of all multicultural cuisine, really.
Yeah. Is there a dish or two that's on the menu that you can tell us about that sort of exemplifies what you're saying?
So for example, we have snapper dish. So snapper cooked in the hibachi is mostly more Japanese food, but we use Japanese ingredient, Korean ingredient, yuzu, and then we make the dressing with the Western food technique. So we make the beautiful yuzu dressing served with simply hibachi snapper. So this is one of the kinds of fusion dishes.
I know you've been with the group for quite some time, and I want to explore that. But what's it been like working on this new project and a new restaurant from scratch while balancing the other roles that you have?
For me, really scratch. When you project this restaurant, actually, we don't have any really good information, and then we need also marketing research and everything. For example, Korean restaurant there is no really many fine dining Korean restaurant in Australia. Normally, yeah, in Korea we have some fine dining restaurant, but in Japanese restaurant, for example, Raku or Koto in Canberra, they are fine dining restaurant. So my point is, we don't want to make the fine dining restaurant, but we want to make food a little bit more fine than casual. Yeah, this is my concern when we create menu from scratch. So for example, like we have tofu, silicon tofu dish. This is very traditional and very home cooking. For me, I'm not sure we can sell this or not because it's very simple and then traditional. And then this is like really my mom make very simply every day to me. I bring this on to Dion and Dion say, "Oh, this is good. This is warm. This is my favorite." Like I was shocked really, like because I think this is very simple and then for me it's nothing, but for like other like culture people feel like this is warm and this is special, you know. Yeah, this is like kind of our concept and then also yeah, yeah.
The Azuma Den is housed in the East Hotel, which also has Agostini's. Whereabouts in the building is the restaurant, and did you close another element, or tell us a little bit about the space?
Yeah, the East Hotel is for already 12 year is in Canberra, and then we opened Agostini about like 9-10 year old 2017, and then before Agostini opened next to Agostini we have Joe's Bar. So it's kind of part of Agostini Italian bar. So mostly food from Agostini, but we have like different atmosphere and different vibe there. And then we have, since we opened East Hotel, we have Cafe Muse before, but this Muse Cafe is not our part of business. They're renting from us the space. And then, yeah, last year, August, they finished their renting lease. Yeah, they finished their lease. And then our management team tried to take that space. And then firstly, we plan to open another cafe, so or bakery cafe or thing like that. But we have in the Black Mountain Peninsula in Russia, we have another Cafe Sosta. That's why we feel, oh, why we need another cafe because we already have cafe. And then Agostini, actually Agostini open from 11. So before 11, there is nothing, like only conferencing we run. That's why we're thinking, oh, maybe we open breakfast in Agostini and we do something else in the space where Muse was. So yeah, and then yeah, suddenly Dion and Dan and Francesco and me, oh, maybe open the Asian restaurant there because now Asian food is pretty popular now everywhere. And then yeah, there is many like Asian restaurant opening really too. So that's why, oh, maybe it's okay. Our like family business is all Italian, but yeah, why not Asian? So
Was there a lot of was there a lot that you had to change to the space or the kitchen for Azuma Den to make it sort of how you wanted it to be?
oh yes, actually we can't spend much money and then much time for opening the Azuma Den because it's cafe kitchen and then it's very tiny kitchen. It's very tiny. Really, like I think maximum 3 people can work in that kitchen. That's why we we leave the kitchen, but we change every equipment, but we leave the kitchen how it was, and then we just renovate outside. There was big coffee bar, but we rid of the coffee bar and then we renovate for the hibachi grill. And then the problem was the ventilation because if we use hibachi and then use lots of charcoal, the ventilation was problem. We need to put special ventilation with the water circulation. So that's why actually mostly money to the we spend money for ventilation and then design, but we didn't change it much like structure of the kitchen.
You've also sort of have another partner in crime, Chef Jun Kim. Tell us about the relationship that you guys have in sort of putting the menu together.
Yeah, he worked with me for 4 years. He started working from Agosini. He actually 34 years older than me, same Korean people, but he's very respectful chef. And then when he started working the Agosini, actually for him, his first time working the Italian kitchen, but he worked very well. He started to work as grill chef, and then at that time, actually, yeah, we couldn't give much training for him because suddenly like 4 5 chef in the COVID positive, and then suddenly half of kitchen chef is gone, and then I need to run the kitchen. That's why I couldn't really give much training to him, but he had done very very well. Without training, he do all the grill by himself, and then very impressed. And then I teaching him pasta section too after 6 months to 1 year after, and then he followed very well. And then also when I sent him like catering with me, and he managed him very well. That's why me and Francesco think about him become a manager. And then when he opened the cafe Sosta, he also, me and him go there, and then he contributed a lot to open because he's like working base from cafe chef. That's why. And then after I bring him Agostinho again, and then with Occasioni, which catering. So we do catering a lot. I teach him catering, and then his performance was very, very good. That's why when I start the project, I ask Francesco and Dion, oh, can you bring the June for this project? He's very respectful, passionate, and then he's very good skill chef. Yeah, that's why I bring him here, Azuma, and then when you create a menu in the scratch from the scratch. So every day we go start working the Agostini, but Agostini is Italian food, so we can't really like practice there because if soy sauce smell everywhere, people be confused, no? That's why, yeah, that's why every time we go like after 4 5 o'clock, we go Sosta Cafe Sosta because Cafe Sosta close 3 o'clock. So we go there, just two of us. We just prepare like we create all the menu. Yeah. So lots of Asian food use lots of MSG or like product from the supplier, but we didn't like use the product from supplier. But of course, soy sauce or gochujang or soybean paste or thing like that, this kind of things is actually fermented things, so we can't make here. But all other things we try to make ourselves. Like Azuma Den have lots of kinds of sauce, like more than 20 kinds of sauce, but we create all the sauce. We just like kinds of scientists. We do like experiment, like soy sauce, how much soy sauce, how much vinegar. Like, yeah, it was very, very fun. Yeah, I really miss that time. Now we opening soon. I'm really nervous, but I really miss that time. Like experiment and try and passionate. Like, it was very good time. Yeah.
I want to explore sort of you delving into Korean food and the food of your home as well in a little while, and Azuma Den. But take us back to when you were young. Whereabouts did you grow up, and what sort of role did food play for you?
When I was young, you know, I remember my family like pretty, rich, and then when I graduated my primary school, suddenly my father retired and everything. My like house economy was not good, and then my mother opened a new flower shop, and then I start to help her to sell the flower in the street. So that time is my first work experience. I was like 12-year old around. So yeah, that experience, I was very embarrassing to sell the like flower to public people, but yeah, that that experience made me strong. And then I have brave to go work somewhere. So I start work like normally Korean people start work like part-time work when they do like college student, but I actually start from like kind of high school, first year of high school. My first job was in the waiter in the wedding buffet, because buffet actually hourly rate was very good even if I was young. So that's why I start. But one day the kitchen hand couldn't come in, and then so they asked me to kitchen hand, and then I go to kitchen hand, and then yeah, and then the chef handling fire and knife and the moving in perfect like coordinate was very impressed to me, and then I feel, oh, I wanna be chef, really. It looks amazing. And then later on, head chef let me handling knife and then start to teaching the prep. So, but even though I only worked during the school vacation, I found the kitchen more exciting than studying, really. So I feel a deep pride in being able to create something my own, really. That's why I really keep working there. But at the school, I'm pretty good at study too, but like especially like biology and the history things, I was good. Yeah, if I haven't become a chef, I probably would have like become doctor or historian, thing like that. But chef is similar because I believe, you know, chef make the food for the like sometimes sick people or for the health. So it's become like same for me, same as doctor. And then also historian too. Like when I start study, like when I start working in the Italian restaurant, I study all the Italian history and the culture, because for me it's very important. If we don't understand culture and history, we can't make the like traditional food. That's why, yeah, that's why, yeah, I do this. And then in my Korean experience, like I have, yeah, I start work like that, and then later on, my father and mother asked me go to university instead of work in the kitchen, because they really hate I work in the kitchen because low pay and they work hard, and then like work life balance is horrible. That's why they forced me go to, yeah, university. I didn't want, but I went to university, and then for 6 months, after 6 months, I give up. I say to my mom, I can't do engineering because I can't do. So, and I come back to restaurant again and then work very hard. That time, one of my chef is very like help me, and then she give me inspiration. And then he was sous chef of the very big kitchen in Seoul, but he just retired from there because he said like too much competitive. And then, yeah, because he was sous chef, and then he made performance very good, but one time or two time he made mistake. Actually, they push him down to the like junior sous, or because very competitive. That's why he say, yeah, you need prepare to be competition for your future life. Like kitchen is like the battlefield. So he said, we made best dishes, but even one mistake being replaced by next chef, it was fully of the pressure and competition, he said to me. And then he pushed me every time before I start work, 1 hour early, he called me, and then we go to like big supermarket, and then he showed me what is the vegetable name, what is taste. He teaching me a lot, really. And then in Korean culture, when I was young, like head chef really hit other chef if they do wrong. When I slice the onion, and then my head chef hit my head, and then, oh, what the fuck you doing? And then really, but that time the sous chef, he just like protect me while you hit Luffy. And then he's very good chef. That's why he give me lots of inspiration. And then after that I go military, because all the Korean men need military 21 months. Now become 18 months, but yeah, when I was there like 21 months, and then I do all the military stuff. And then after military, I think about my life, what I doing. So, oh, I want to go another country to learn something. So I applied working holiday visa to Australia, and they came to Canberra.
Were you surprised by Canberra when you arrived?
Yeah, of course, because it's capital. I choose Canberra because of capital. And then I still remember I ride off in Novotel 5 p.m. and then was everything closed and very very cold, and then wow, is it capital? It was so funny in there. Yeah, and then yeah, first time I couldn't find chef job because my English was horrible, still horrible, but yeah, my English was very horrible. And then I couldn't find any kitchen job there because kitchen actually communication is very important. That's why. So I found like house cleaning job for 10 months, and then it's good money, really good money. Yeah, it's good money, and then yeah, very organized. I like it, but one day I feel, oh, why I do cleaning? Because I want to be chef. That's why I apply job everywhere. Every day I send a resume everywhere. And then one day the QT Canberra, now QT Canberra, before like Regis Lakeside. So they call me as a kitchen hand. And then I worked there, was good, and the evening shift, but was salary full time and then no overtime pay. But evening shift normally two people work together, but always one worker call sick, so I work myself every single night. Sometimes I finish 2 a.m., sometimes 3 a.m. And then I just work hard because I just want to stay in the kitchen. And then one day head chef say, "Oh, you can work in the morning." So okay, I work in the morning. Morning job is more like preparation of the food than dishwasher. So I really like it. And then I met him Francesco there. Francesco was pasta chef there in the QT 2013. So I and then Francesco just teach me also lots of prep. And then one day head chef asked me, "Oh, actually, my knifing skill better than like some of them chef." So he asked me, "Oh, do you have experience?" I said, "I have experience in the Korea for 3-4 years, but I couldn't speak English well. That's why I can't really work in the kitchen." But he said, "Oh, English doesn't matter. You can learn. But I like your skill, so you can work in the ladder section." So I said, "Oh, thank you very much." And then Francesco helped me a lot to do this. And then I work in the QT, but was very tough because 12, 13 years ago, the work environment is very bad for kitchen. And then, when I work there, like we have total around 20 chefs there. But when I leave, like around 12 chefs left, everyone left. Like Komi, Demi, or apprentice level all left because so hard. And then only I was Komi chef there. And all the senior chef, like when they like 10 o'clock, they go home. And I have to do room service. I have to cleaning whole kitchen myself, really, for 2 months. Yeah, but I really enjoy. I work like 60, 70 hour, like sometimes 80 hour there, but I was really enjoy and I learn a lot from the QT. That's why. But for my work history, it was very hard time for me. Yeah, but due to my visa restriction, I can work more than 6 months. So I work in the Regis Lakeside for 4 months and plus QT Canberra another 6 months after I have to quit because of my visa. And then I I have interview in the Jamie Oliver in Canberra. They opened just few months after I joined. And then it was very good experience because they are very organized, good system and handmade everything. That time Jamie Oliver owned that restaurant. And then I learned a lot. I learned lots of things. I learned pasta, pizza, and then lots of things there. And then, but after 2 years, 1 year and 2 years after, the Jamie Oliver sell the Jamie Oliver Italian to the Keystone. So Keystone normally they run the pub and bar. So they they don't want to spend much money for the labor cost. That's why they start to buy everything. So that's why I really disappointed, and then I worked there 2.5 years, and I decided to live there. So after that, I'm not sure you know the Samo Peter Kang. Now he is owner of the Dada restaurant in Warden, in Asian restaurant. Yeah, yeah. He asked me work together because he is my church friend. He asked me work together. He become head chef there. So I joined that Provini Italian in the city. I joined there, and then I also learned lots of like sous vide cooking and the Napoli pizza because there was like Chef Giovanni from Napoli. He learned Napoli pizza. He made amazing Napoli pizza. He now at the moment he's in the Queensland, but he teaching me lots of the Napoli pizza skill. So but after 1.5 year, they shut down because the headquarter doesn't want to run the restaurant. They want to run pub because pub actually make more profit. That's why they shut down. And then I looking for a job. And then I go to 2017. I put resume in the East Hotel. And then East Hotel called me. And then I joined East Hotel. When I have interview, HR person and then chef coming. But chef was Francesco. And then, oh, why are you here? Because he moved to Queensland. When I work in the QT, he moved to Queensland after 2 months. So yeah, that's why for a long time, like for 4 or 5 years, I don't see him really. And then and then he say, oh, I'm the executive chef here. Oh, okay, it's good because I have very good memory with him. That's why I joined the East Hotel, and then I start as pizza chef. But the first time I do Roman pizza, no Napoli pizza, but it was good. Even if no firewood, it's just gas fire, but was good. I love it. But only problem is I feel not really much organized there because just opening 1 month after I joined. So yes, like for me, like lots of Italian there, lots of like Australian and only Asian, like few Asian people, but not really many experience people there. So like everyone is like very young, and then some of Italian people like do like home cooking, not really commercial cooking. Like today I have good mood, I put 2 tomato, and then tomorrow I have bad mood, I put 1 tomato. Yeah, this is disaster really. So I really stressed, and then I said Francesco, I have many experience as well as I work in the like Jamie Italian, and they have very good system. They have standard recipe book, and everyone follow that. We need that one, and then he agree with that. And then even if I was casual, he moved me to pasta section, and then pasta section in charge. At the moment, I was student. I studied in CIT, and then he give me all the responsibility for the everything. So I try to teaching people properly, and then I make the recipe book. Yeah, and then he really satisfied with me, my work. But few of chef doesn't like me because I be strict. That's why uh, sadly I lost some people because they say, oh, I can't work with you because you're too strict. And then they already used to do the like freestyle. For now, I make the recipe and the strict everything. They don't like this, and they left. And then after I moved to grill section, I set up grill section. And the 6 months after I joined this team, he offered me junior sous chef. And then at the same time, I finished school. And then junior sous chef, and after I become sous chef, I become head chef and the executive sous chef, and then now I'm executive chef. So for like 9 year, yeah, I just level up, level up, level up. He helped me a lot, and then I learned a lot too. And then business growing up very well as well at the same time. So I'm really satisfied with now I work.
Francesco Balistreri is the culinary director of Bisa Hospitality. We've had him on the show, and it's the Francesco that you're talking about. What's it like working with him? Do you have any stories of what it's been like working with him over the years?
We don't have many funny story, but yeah, I feel him like my brother and really family. He also feel like me like that. So we are very close. But uh, because for Italian food is very tricky. Like pasta dishes, we can create whatever really we want, but grill dish is very simple. That's why I mostly created grill dishes and the entree, and there's also some of the pasta too. But he's Italian, and then I create the menu sometimes. Like I create menu, and then he say, "Oh, this is no Italian." So I say, "Oh, yeah, I know, but what you can do is Australia." So sometimes we argue, and then but mostly I win. But yeah, so this is another funny story. And then he's very good at the last touch of the food. When I build the menu, if I feel something wrong, like something missing, he found this one. He's very good at this. That's why every 3 months, 6 months, we change the whole Agosi menu. We never have big problem because yeah, he always help me, and then also the brand director Dion also help us a lot.
Tell us a little bit about creating the menu for Azuma Den. You mentioned that it was sort of Korean home food. Like, what was it like for you delving into sort of the food of your family and home food? And can you tell us a bit about that experience?
Mostly Korean food is created by home cooking, but one of the menu, Jangjo Rim, is beef rib, braising beef rib, slow cook dishes. But actually, the Jangjo Rim in Korea actually is not hot dish, it's cold. My mom actually cook whole brisket for a long time, like 5 or 6 hours in the soy sauce base master stock. And then after that, she like make the pulled pork, same as pulled pork. She break down every meat and then put in the fridge. And then when she go work or whatever, when I come back to home, I just open the fridge and then I bring the hot rice and then cold meat dishes like cold jangjorim, eat all together. This is like jangjorim, but we just twist a little bit because people think like cold meat is bad after cooking. So that's why, oh, maybe we use rib and then present rib very good presentation. And then, yeah, we make the same way of this, but we give another like modern technician. So sous vide. So we boil after we break down and then we put in the vacuum bag and then sous vide a little bit more. And then when you serve, it's hot with the eggs. So these dishes we little bit twist, but we try to keep traditional, but we also try to keep some modern technique. Yeah, this is Azuma concept. Yeah.
What do your family think about the restaurant that you're about to open?
Yeah, actually, my wife first time because my wife doesn't like my Korean food cooking really because she, yeah, she's a chef. She also have like 13, 14 year experience chef. She, and then she a little bit different with me. I start work from the kitchen and but she start from Korean like cooking school, so a little bit different like career. But she mostly her career from like Asian cooking, Japanese and Korean. That's why I also get help from her a lot. But when I say, "Oh, we're gonna open the Japanese and Korean restaurant," she say, "Oh, don't do that. Your cooking is horrible." You know, you always make fusion. Like we have like method of like cooking method of the Korean cooking, but she tried to follow this one very well. But I always twist. I try to use Italian, Italian cooking skill into the Korean food, and then she said like, "Oh, this is horrible," and then, that's why she said, "Ah." And then yesterday we do soft opening with our family, and then yeah, she said, "Oh, I surprised you make this because I thought you totally failed." She said, but yesterday she tried and oh, this food is good. And then also my mom too. My mom said like, "Oh, last time when I visit Korea, I make the Korean food," and she said, "Oh, your pasta is 100 times better than your Korean food, she says. So yeah, actually, all my family doesn't really trust I open new like Asian restaurant, but yeah, actually, result is good, so I'm really happy.
Well, it's about to open. What are you really looking forward to once the restaurant gets up and running?
When we have this project, we're thinking about izakaya. Izakaya is like Japanese bar style. So small snack food is not really big food, and then more drink. That's why I thinking it's very easy. But later on, we do this project 8 months ago, but we need to tasting, and then owner also like we spend more money in the restaurant and then design everything. The cost wise is gonna be up, so we have to change our concept. So before we just like kinds of like marketing research go to izakaya, but and after one day we in the laku, and then we just eat the laku food, and then we talk about laku food. So and then we decide we make the food range between izakaya and the laku. No fine dining, but fine food. So yeah, it was very hard to make like fine food from Asian food. So, but the Dion owner have a little bit more fine, but then another owner, like owner of the whole company, he want a more family style like Agostini. That's why we have a little bit like argument, because we try to make fancy food, but then say, oh, this is too fancy. And then if it's too fancy, we have to price up, like price up, and then it's become fine dining. I don't want this. And then that's why it's very hard to find the middle of that discussion. But finally we find, and then now we really hope all the family, we don't have kids menu at the moment, but maybe we can create later. But we really hope all the hotel guests or local people just come with the kids and they enjoy our food. Yeah, this is our really purpose to open this restaurant.
Well, Luffy, it's very exciting and an absolute honour to have you on Deep in the Weeds today. Looking forward to what you do with Azuma Den. Please keep in touch and we'll catch up again soon.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the Deep in the Weeds podcast. I'm Anthony Huckstep. Stay tuned as we take a deep dive into the lives of the incredible people who ply their trade in the food and hospitality sector. Special thanks to executive producer Rob Locke for making this all happen. Follow us on Instagram at Deep in the Weeds Podcast, or email us at podcast@deepintheweeds.com.au. Thanks to executive producer Rob Locke for making this all happen. Stay safe and be well.